Welcome to the September 14th, 2020 Southern Colorado Trail Builders Virtual Community Meeting. Hi, everybody. If you have questions, just like every week, please throw them in the comments section there. We may have some new faces or lack of faces since this is all virtual right now and we can't see you. But it's exciting to see that we already have a bunch of folks here. So welcome to the party. If you're new and you do not get our emails, please just jump onto the website and add yourself there or email us because email's kind of the most reliable way to get a hold of everyone. If you're not getting our emails, please let us know. We've had some folks that have had issues with that, and I want to make sure that folks are in the loop. Okay, so we are going to jump right into it. We're going to have Nicole give us our budget update.
Okay, so we currently have $14,808.28. We spent $10 for the Colorado Secretary of State filing fee, $9.99 on Waiver Forever, and then $16.12 on Zoom because Zoom is the way to be right now in life. We put in some deposits. We had a deposit from Kroger from King Soopers, $324.43. And if you have not signed up for our King Soopers Community Rewards, there is a link on our website, and I will share it again. But if you sign up, we get free money from King Soopers from just shopping there, and it's awesome. All you have to do is link it once, and then you can set it and forget it. We have at $87 from change from back from the Trails Bash, just some petty cash, and then $17.05 from Amazon Smiles. Any questions about the budget or any money in or out?
Again, if you have questions, please comment because we are here to answer it. And if we can't answer it now, we will address it later. Okay, I'm going to move on to Lake Pueblo Trails. We mentioned that the RMP was moving along well. Since our last meeting, the Bureau of Reclamation put out an official press release with the final version of the resource management plan. Within that document, the trail management plan was included as an attachment at the end of it because there's a new format for documents like this where they have to stay under a certain amount of pages to be submitted and approved, any federal document of this type. And so the management of Lake Pueblo State Park recently met with the Bureau of Reclamation to discuss what the actual next steps will be. Because in a perfect world, the Bureau of Reclamation will work with CPW to define an agreement for work will be done this way, and Lake Pueblo State Park will be able to manage that directly rather than having to approve every single workday through the Bureau. They're still working through that, and we are working directly with the park management to make sure that that's moving along and supporting them in that process, but we don't have definitive answers yet. That being said, we are moving toward organizing some work days out there and working with the park and CPW. Now, bear with me as I read off my phone to make sure I don't forget anything. Trail grants. So we are exploring some work and construction grants with CPW for trail work out at Lake Pueblo State Park. This upcoming grant cycle starts in February. They're going to award sometime in the summer, probably around July, I think it is. And we are going to be working with them to apply for funds to do work out at the lake. Now, you all have probably noticed that trail work days have been slow this year, and that's because Southern Colorado Trail Builders has consciously been erring on the side of caution. We want to make sure that we protect all of you and protect all of Lake Pueblo Trails, or Southern Colorado Trail Builders, board members and community leaders that would be out leading days. That said, the donations that folks have made, the sponsorships that generous businesses have given to Southern Colorado Trail Builders, those are waiting and ready for those grants, those grant opportunities. A lot of these ones that we're applying for, they have I think it's 30% match, if I'm remembering correctly offhand. And having those funds ready is super important. And once we get those grants and we spend that money, it's going to go quick. And so the fact that we have a robust nest egg to lean on to make trails and trail maintenance happen in Southern Colorado is super important. So thank you all for being members, and thank you to our sponsors. But on that note, we are applying in 2020 for work out at Lake Pueblo, and we will keep you in the loop as to the process with the Bureau of Reclamation. As it stands now, though, there is work that can be done. It's just that the process is much slower than it would otherwise be. Now, another grant that we've submitted for a preliminary stage of a grant to do some a little bit of additional work on the Carhart Trail up in Beulah. And that's just to do a few updates and really just key things to finalize that trail. The U.S. Forest Service, if you have not been up there recently, they have installed new signage at the junction of Squirrel Creek Trail, Carhart Trail, and Trail 1384, I think it is, that connects up to the top of Northridge. So if you've not been out there, check it out. The new signage looks great. It's even worth hiking for or biking. They have also installed new signage on a bunch of the system in that area, including Squirrel Creek, South Creek, and a bunch of other ones. So moving forward, we are going to be doing something that we thought was pretty cool, and we hope you think it's cool too. In the midst of COVID-19, we think it's been more important than ever for people to get outside, to get fresh air, and get that little bit of exercise. And we think that doing so on trails is one of the best ways to do it. And we wanted to be sure that we could try to remove some barriers to getting people out there. So we are going to be giving away five CPW annual park passes. And all that you need to do, or that anyone needs to do to be eligible for those, is we need people to share their stories about why they want to get outdoors. You know, why would having an annual pass to all CPW parks in the state be important to you? Why do you want to be outside? Who would you go outside with? Why is doing that important to you? What would you do? We want to hear about that. And we hope that you take a minute to feel inspired about it. Maybe you share that excitement with somebody else and tell them about this too, because we want to get lots of applications, because we want to help people get outside long term. But we're going to be giving away 5 of these. And all you need to do is either send us a short essay or record a short video and tell us why you want to get outdoors. Nicole is going to share. Apparently, I'm going to share a link.
Did that go? Is my chat not showing up?
Let's see. I don't see it.
Huh.
So we have on our website, which I am going to pull up. Bear with me.
Shared it multiple times.
Well, it's probably canceling Nicole out for spamming us at this point. Just too much excitement. Okay. Here we go. All right. So I just shared a link on the page where you can go there and learn more about what we're doing. And there's a quick link to our email, just because it's the longest email on the planet. We're going to have everyone send your essay or your video to Southern Colorado Trailbuilders@gmail.com. We're running this through the end of the month, and we're really going to be pushing hard on that. And here's what the pictures look like. So you can visit the page. I'd love to screen share, but I don't know how to do that on YouTube Live. But this will kind of give you an idea. There we go, everyone. Look at that. It's backwards, so it's not really doing you any favors. But we want you to help get the word out. If you know people that could really benefit from this, please tell them about the program. And if you could benefit from it, please apply. It's easy. All you need to do is say, "Hi, my name's Adam, and I think it'd be really cool if I went outside and did this thing and it'd make me feel good about the world." Whatever you need to do. So tell us about it, however works best for you, and then send it in to Southern Colorado Trailbuilders@gmail.com. Or if you prefer, you could message it to us on Facebook, because that's a decent way to get it to us. Now, let me find my finger again. Okay. And as of right now, that kind of closes us out. So to recap, because this is a quick meeting, we have some updates from the BOR, which is the final resource management plan was put out publicly, which is essentially the Bureau of Reclamation saying, this document is official now. And within that document, the trail management plan was in there as an attachment. Colorado Parks and Wildlife staff is working with the Bureau of Reclamation to identify exactly how much ownership CPW will be able to have over the approval of work days, work methods on their trail system out there. Oh, cool. Thanks for the heads up, Greg. I'm glad to hear that you guys were able to see those pictures and it was only backwards for me. So that's the biggie, because once we find out from Lake Pueblo State Park where that sits, that's going to be amazing regardless, because then we can proceed. And of course, we will keep everybody in the loop on the grants that we have applied for and or that we will be applying for. And as always, if you have any ideas that you would like to see us working on, don't be shy. Email them to us. You know, you could make an anonymous one if it's something that you don't want us to know who you are. That's cool too. And if you have any other questions, please comment on the live thing right here so we can address them. I'll give it just a couple minutes. In the meantime, I will share that Lake Pueblo has been in pretty ideal shape in terms of soil moisture the last few days. So make sure you get out there if you're looking to have some like solid traction. The Canyon City trails are going well. And if you're not familiar, their Royal 50 race that they do out at the Royal Gorge each year, which is a big fundraiser for Fremont Adventure Recreation, they are running that as a virtual race. And it goes, I think that they have do 50 miles in a day, 50 miles in a month, 25 in a day, 25 in a month, or 5. And that is an event that you go out there and you do it. You just record it on a GPS device or simply type in your distance and it supports them. And you get a pretty cool t-shirt that has a T-Rex on a bicycle. So that was kind of neat. Ooh, we got a great question. Someone's asking so we have the map that goes out to the map of Lake Pueblo, and thank you for calling them nice. We appreciate that. But is there a map of trails outside of Pueblo? For example, in Beulah, Pueblo Mountain Park, etc. As of right now, there is not a printed one. However, John, go ahead and email us or message us on Facebook. So again, that's Southern Colorado Trail Builders @gmail.com. Shoot us an email asking for those, and it'll help us out twofold. Number one, you'll get your maps because we have some references that we can send you. And number two, that's a good reminder that says, hey, Southern Colorado Trail Builders, you should probably have this junk on your website, and we'll fix that. So please do that, because there is a map of the Carhart, or not just the Carhart Trail. There is a map of the trails at Pueblo Mountain Park, and you can find that at hikeandlearn.org.
I just shared. Is mine coming up? No.
No, Nicole's is not coming up.
Try to be in the background.
I think that's right. Okay, so there is a map of the mountain park at hikeandlearn.org. There are maps of the U.S. Forest Service trail system that connects to all that, and that is available. It is harder to find. So I'll make a point of getting that on our website, because I understand that that's a useful resource. And for those of you that are not aware, the Squirrel Creek Trail connects to a substantial trail system. And there are multiple trails that will go west, and you can connect those all the way up to the road that drives to nearly the summit of the Greenhorn. So there is a lot of adventurous riding up there. I won't call all of it classic, but if you're on foot or on your bike and you're willing to work for it, there are a lot of miles to be had up there. And that's something that we want to get out there to help people realize. Any other questions? That was a good question. These are the kinds of things that get us excited.
Welcome to Pueblo.
And welcome to Pueblo. Yeah. Yep. So John mentioned as well that he hasn't checked certain apps and websites. It's mixed. yeah, if you feel it, find stuff, trails that are not listed on Trailforks or MTB Project, etc. Either let us know, or we do appreciate when people find things like that and then update them and create the trails on the app if they're system trails that are simply not listed. We don't condone or support trail proliferations that are then listed, because that exacerbates everything we try to accomplish. But if there are trails that are U.S. Forest Service trails or on BLM land that are official and they are not on things like Trailforks or MTB Project, and you're motivated to do that, by all means, because your little GPS device that records it like this is just as good as mine, and we're all human, and there is only so much of the ultimate currency, time. And so we appreciate those little things where our community members step in and help out like that. Any other questions? Nicole, can you think of anything else?
The contest will run to up until our next, was it the day before? Do you have the date on there?
Nope, I didn't add the date yet, intentionally.
Okay.
But
So there will be
roughly
a
the end
date.
of the month. Roughly the end of the month. All right, and again, please share that. Please share it, everybody. Share that link. Tell your friends. We are buying these passes because we want to give them away, and we want to give them away to people that are going to use them. So help us make it happen. All right, any other questions? Okay, everybody, get out there, be safe, stay off muddy trails, give them a couple days and then go on them, because then they're perfect. And keep exploring. Have fun.